Hi, my name is Me. I just want to kind of tell you a little bit about myself, especially about learning and like teaching. So, when I was younger, I was a straight A student. Learning came easy for me. I was able to pick up on different things like really, really fast, and I thought that was normal for everybody. It wasn't at all. So, I realized that, okay, this is fun, and everyone's like, what are you talking about? Are you crazy? But as I got older and I was helping my classmates, my friends, as I didn't think that I wanted to be anybody that would kind of teach because I didn't think that I had what it, like teaching a little bit was like fun, helping people, but I didn't think teaching was what my gifting is. But now that I look back, I'm like, yeah, I do have a gift for teaching. So as I got older, I started teaching my younger cousin, and then my niece and nephew. So there's a big age gap. And my niece and nephew, when they're younger, like really, really young, way before school, they were able to learn their alphabet within like a week. And I knew they were really smart, but I didn't think it was like the way I was teaching. But that kind of was a big part of it. So everybody that had like some kind of challenges, I was able to see where they were struggling, and I was able to present it in a different kind of way so that they're able to get it their way. So they finally got it. So it was really cool to see that. And as I got older, well, a lot older, um, I'm a nurse by trade. So when I was a nurse and there's new nurses, I would kind of help like guide them and stuff. I'm like, yeah, this is really good. This is fun. And they were able to pick it up easily. But I didn't think that, like I said, the teaching part was a big part of my gifting. But it really is. It doesn't matter like what kind of subject it is. If I know any of these things, I'm able to teach it in a fun way. So after that, I never thought that I would be a teacher at all in any kind of way. So, like I said, I'm a nurse by trade. I'm a registered nurse. And then after that, I got into kids ministry, and I was teaching little kids and doing a lot of visual cues and stuff with them, so they're able to pick up on the stories or whatever else teaching them. They got it. I teach people so they can learn, not to teach just to teach. Like, okay, I already taught you. If you don't get it, that's on you. My thing is, if I'm gonna teach you, you have to learn it. It's gonna be fun, so you can learn it. So after that, I started teaching other adults. I was doing Bible study, and the Bible is something that is very hard to get into. But once I had the women around and I was kind of teaching them my way and making it fun, they're like, wow, I'm starting to get this. This is not that hard after all. So I'm like, I realized that I can make hard things very easy for other people to understand. So I'm great at breaking things down. Then after that, I was presented with an opportunity. There's a kid that was struggling, like really, really struggling in school really, really bad. And the teachers didn't know how to help get him to up to the level of where he needs to be. So the family reached out to me, and I was working with him, I want to say almost a year. So at the beginning, like I said, like it was really, really hard. I didn't know I was like, getting through to him. So I presented in a different way where it was very visual. So after that, throughout our journey, and I saw all the improvement, and suddenly he is able to retain the information as I'm reading to him, reading comprehension. Before, he was just looking at me like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. He was afraid to get the wrong question, give me the wrong answer, right? So each time I asked him, like, he was really, really afraid because he didn't want to say the wrong things. But as our trust and support, our bond, as I'm teaching him, I'm like reassuring him that it's okay, I'm here to help you. So as we're doing this, he grew, he totally blossomed. And I was just like, other people that tried, there's a team of people that tried, and they couldn't get through to him to see the way that he learned, I was able to help guide him from where he was to where he is currently now. And before, like, he couldn't even read like simple stuff. Now he is picking up all these harder books and he's reading them like with passion, with a lot of animation. It's amazing to witness how I was able to help him unlock the love of learning and reading. It was really cool. So that was like, wow, I was able to help somebody that nobody else could help, you know. So the second example where I tutor another kid is somebody that's a lot older. He's capable, but he wasn't trying. He wasn't trying because I felt like there's a lot of barrier, and he didn't know where to start, or if he even believed in himself. So with this one, I told him, I don't know where you're at right now, but let's assess. So I have him do some math problems to see where he's at, ask him to read to me, and ask him to write. So now I know where he's at. So I was able to take him where he was to where he is currently now. In the second example, he actually got, like, he went from not trying at all to trying his best, and he actually is above class level now. And I was just like really, really impressed with his effort, you know. So both students, they are getting award and getting recognized academically. So that says to me that something that I did, my support, my teaching, and kind of guiding them through, they're able to see that learning can be fun and it's okay to mess up, but you got to keep trying. So that's the very first thing that I did to reassure them that you just give it your all, your best, and you're going to see improvement. And then after all that, there's one thing that I always struggled with myself. Like I am Lao American, right? So I always want to know how to read and write, but it's so hard. Everything that I looked online, I'm like, it's not, to me, it might be easier for somebody that is learning that way, but it didn't make any sense to me because it wasn't like consistent. So if I follow one rule, then like if I'm looking at it, like it didn't make any sense to me. So I was struggling with that. But last year, in the summertime, I'm like, I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna finally learn how to do this. So the most challenging part for me was learning a foreign language, how to read and write without a teacher guiding me. I had to put pieces from here and there, and I had to do it my way, how to sound everything out using English. And then when I did it that way, everything started clicking because the rules, I feel like I'm doing something that's a little bit different from all the previous people because they're using the teachers. So whatever that was already put in place, they're using the example, and it's easier for people when they see that all the time. But because English is my foundation, it was so hard for me to kind of blend them two together because I had to learn my own rules. There's a lot of rules. And when I finally did that, I'm like, I can learn anything. If I can learn that and I'm able to do this, I can teach other people the hard stuff too. So I started teaching my friends and my family, and I'm like, wow, if I can do something that hard, then I unlock stuff in my brain and I'm able to learn hard things and teach hard things to people. So that's where I am. That's my backstory of my journey of learning. I'm strong in math. I love math. I never thought that English or language would be a thing that I would like excel in now. But as I got older, reading and writing has been like almost like an art where I would look at something and be like, okay, how can I do this where it's like really interesting and it sounds that it would make sense, right? So I know sometimes when I speak, I can't catch myself that I'm like saying the incorrect verb and past tense or whatever it is, you know. But when I'm writing it on paper, it's so easy to catch that, okay, that does not make sense, right? But I am I am proof that a skill that you have can grow, and you're capable of learning so much more than you think is possible. So whatever it is that you want to do, if you need a little bit of guidance, that's that's what I think I'm trying to fill my niche. That if there are challenging problems, or like for kids, if they're struggling to learn or they don't know where to start, or their teachers can't help them, when I came in, I was able to unlock that, where I can see the level that they're at and guide them to the next level. But I also know that I can do the same thing for adults. That's only a little bit part of my learning journey. Another learning thing that I realized as my own with my own personal experience is that I guess I'm a great communicator, even with relationship. And I have a husband. We've been together for 20 years and been married for 16. And I have a son that's 13. So being in a family environment, if you're not communicating well, you're not going to be able to be around people and have a healthy relationship. So even with my child, I have to use great communication skills so that I know that I'm able to express what I need and he's able to express what he needs in a respectful manner. Because I don't want to be like a parent that say, you have to do whatever I say, right? That's not going to help them grow in their confidence. Our role as a parent is to teach them the boundaries at where they're at, but also to help them grow. So helping them grow is giving them choices where they're able to grow in their confidence and make the right decision. And that can seem really hard, but you have to take into account what age level they are and what is appropriate, because we want to be able to protect and guide them, right? So that's another thing that I'm really good at, is kind of guiding people with life skills, especially communication. Communication is a big, big thing that people often like neglect because they don't think that it's gonna affect people. And I know that a big part of it is I have to kind of step back and see where I am in that process. I always want to be real with people in my relationship, with all my relationship, that I want it to be healthy. If it's not healthy, I want to be able to kind of address it and fix it so that it's healthy for everybody, not just healthy for me, because then that means that I'm putting my needs above other people, right? So that's another part. So I just want to share a little bit because I know that a lot of people struggle either with like learning life skills or school stuff or foreign language or anything like that. And I feel like my channel will be a place to kind of help, you know? So that's just a little bit about myself. So thank you for taking the time to listen.